play me, just know that I'm not one of them. Feel like I don't know you, don't come around, no invaders them.
It's your boy Noto. Come to another video, come to another podcast, man. In today's podcast, we're going to discuss 3 crazy experiences I've had with women as an attractive man. If you're new here or you already been here, go and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go on and get into this topic, man. So let me go ahead on and tell y'all guys about. I got three stories for y'all guys, man. Y'all been looking out. Appreciate all the support. And make sure y'all comment on here, man. Y'all comment and like the video. Give me some engagement so we can get up in the algorithm. So as you know, as an attractive man, you're gonna end up having experiences with women, some good, some bad, or some downright damn crazy. And I'm gonna tell you guys 3 of these experiences. I'm gonna tell you guys 3 stories, man. So y'all go ahead on and sit back and get ready for this one, bro. This gonna be a good lesson, bro. Because this back in my little times when I was, when I was playing with fire. I've been leaving these off the table. I done told y'all a little bit of some of these, but I ain't really go deep into it like I really wanted to go into it. So on this first one, I remember I told y'all guys about the preacher's wife and how she was crazy and doing all this other stuff, right? This goes beyond me just getting top in the car from her while she was on the phone with her husband, who is a preacher. He's pretty much a preacher because he's the preacher's wife, right? She's the preacher's wife. But and it's just crazy because she was a wild woman, bro. She was definitely a wild woman. I had a lot of crazy experiences because she was basically infatuated with me. So it got to a point where I'm guessing her husband and them had some type of joint account or something like that. And I believe he was beginning to question where the money was going. But the thing is, he didn't know that she was giving me like a weekly allowance type deal. Like this lady used to really just like give me about, it would range anywhere between like 500 to sometimes it was $1,000, sometimes a week. And it was ridiculous, right? It was ridiculous. It almost felt like Christmas every week. But it got to the point where he didn't even know where the money was going, and the amount was starting to become too substantial for him to ignore. So it got to the point where she ended up coming up with this program she was making. She wanted to make a program, I guess, with the community. She was already going to do it, but she was going to use this as a disguise to say that she wanted to pay me to become I think it was like in a leadership position of that program. She wanted me to be in a leadership position of that program. So she even got some shirts. She got some names and all that stuff embroidered and all that stuff in order to make up a front for the money that she was paying me and giving me for allowance, bro. Like it's almost like I was getting paid for companionship, but she was always stalkerish. She always had like these stalkerish tendencies. You know what I mean? So she went through all this just to be able to have some type of proof of where the money was being, taken to. So you could be like, okay, he's on the payroll. But even crazier than that, the fact that she used her whole thing of giving me allowance and using the business front to do it, she ended up taking me to meet her husband. I'll never forget that. She took me to meet her husband because he was like, okay, I want to meet who this one of the leaders and stuff like that of this program or whatever. But she took me alone. Mind you. Now we didn't have relations. We didn't do all this stuff. She didn't suck me up while she was on the phone with him and all kind of stuff. I'm talking about like all kind of crazy stuff. The last thing you would expect her to do is to introduce me to her husband. Have me to shake this man's hand, bro. This is why I don't trust nothing. This is why I don't trust nothing, bro. It don't get no worse than that. Then you already been a preacher's wife. Having me meet the preacher and shake his hand. You see what I'm saying? Have me shake his hand and introduce me as the leadership of the program and tell you where some of your money is being allocated to this guy right here. So she needed proof that the money was going towards something that was, business. Like, she had to have some type of excuse of where the money was going. Because that, it got to the point where it was getting too crazy. And, I couldn't make any demands. We had this type of relationship. She had to contact me because you never knew when he was around and all this other stuff. I don't, like I said, I don't condone messing with men's wife. It was just my reality. And this was back then when I was playing with fire and I didn't care. Okay. So I didn't really see any fault in it. I was like, okay, shoot, I mean, I saw fault in her trying to make me meet the husband and all that stuff, but I was like, man, I didn't really want to get into it. So I just that was just a crazy experiences for me. That was a definitely very crazy experience. You just understand the magnitude of that, bro. The magnitude of that. She was giving me allowance all the time, stalking me. Didn't want me talking to women that was on the campus or none of that stuff. Cause this happened at one of the institutions that I was with. So she didn't want me talking to none of the girls and none of that. She was stalking me, and then she was able to go so far. You just to tell you how far women can go, bro. When they very attracted to you, and then they see you as a very sexually attractive man, bro. They'll go so far for you, even though she was married. And I didn't even know she was married at first, because I told y'all back in the other story, I didn't even find out she was married until we went to the church service, and she was sitting up there, and we didn't know that she was the first lady of the damn church. Me and my friends found out just going up there, just, because we was going to a church and we didn't know what it was. So that was already a cringe moment itself. But I already told y'all about that part of the story, and I told y'all about the part when she was sucking me up when she was talking to a preacher, when she was talking to a preacher husband on the phone. So that was even a crazy experience in and of itself. But the fact that she would go through the whole all that trouble just to go and make a front for her allowance money to me is ridiculously crazy work, man. It's diabolically crazy work right there, man. And the fact that she took me to meet her husband and shake his hand. So just this is really like a big blunt slap in the face to say I don't give a damn, I don't have you around and all that stuff. So it's almost to the point where she just didn't give a damn, bro. She had it so much on lock. She just knew that I wasn't gonna do nothing. I could have ended it all right there. I could have been like, man, I'm fucking your wife. I could have did all that shit. But she was just so confident in the fact that all this was just gonna go. And I didn't want my money to stop. So I was like, hell, I don't care. I ain't finna make no scene. I'm finna sit here and act like a model citizen at this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm an upstanding pillar of this community because I'm doing this for this program and I'm getting paid and this is what's going on. So she pretty much legitimized the whole concept of just me being there, and she made him comfortable with seeing me. So even if she saw her with me, it wouldn't come off as. So she had some big ass plot armor down there right there. So even if somebody be like, oh, I saw her with this guy, the fact that she introduced us will be to the point where, okay, nobody ain't gonna think nothing of it because they work in a program together. That's one of her employees, that's one of her colleagues or whatever like that. So she set it up so crazy, bro. So I'm telling you, bro, they'll go so far. You never know who, man. You never know who is who in these women's life, bro. I'm telling you right now, these experiences right here, you never know who is who is who, bro. What position somebody's filling, somebody's holding. And the thing is, she trusted me so much that because she know that we had so much invested in this, we had so much riding in this. She know that I can keep my mouth shut, and so she just opened that whole door for me. It was like no restraints to the point she just didn't care, and she didn't face any consequences for this. And to go even further on to the point where when I had to cut off, because she was getting too crazy, she was getting too she was getting over possessive, to the point where when it gets that crazy and you end up having these type of crazy experiences, seeing how there's really no bounds to what she would do. And I got tired of it after a while. Like I left school after I had then no, I ain't leave school at that point in time. But after I had to leave that alone because the situation was getting too much. She was starting to get over possessive of me because you gotta understand. Like I always tell you guys, it's always a ticking time bomb. It's always a ticking time clock. That clock is always ticking. Whenever a chick is doing something for you, that's why being seen as a boy toy and being in the sugar mama's position is always a ticking time bomb, bro. It's always a ticking time bomb. If things could be going good, it can be going good for years. But it's always that clock is always winding down, and the more and more she do for you, the more and more she gonna expect, and the more and more she gonna get to the point where she gonna start trying you. She gonna, it's just gonna be like that. It's just the way it is. Because the more they feel like they have invested, the more they feel like they get more leverage over you. That's the only downside of being like in a boy toy and a sugar mama type situation is that they'll end up feeling like they got like leverage over you because they did this much for you. It's almost the same as a man, you spending all this money on a woman and he want to start telling her what to do and all this stuff because he led with the money. He got so much invested and he feel like he can tell her what to do and be like, I don't want you doing this, I don't want you doing that, or either that or the money gonna stop. Pretty much holding it over their head. So we get to the point where they getting this and they got their cake and they eating it too, but they still they still invest in stuff into you. They still if a woman is pouring into you, they want something in return. I don't give a damn what you're saying. It might not be all malicious at one point in time, but to a certain degree, they get some type of leverage over you whenever they doing stuff for you. That's why I'm kind of like always like skeptical when a woman comes in and start doing stuff for me. And that always tends up I always end up being in those type of situations. So you're gonna end up having crazy experiences because when you end up, if especially if you ever been in these type of sugar mama positions, y'all will know what I'm talking about. You guys that's been out there in these sugar mama positions, you don't even, the sugar mama don't gotta be no old lady. It could be a woman that's your age and stuff. I done had younger women damn near trick off on me. Damn near. I already told y'all about these experiences, but I'm telling you right now, it's always a ticking time bomb on that. They gonna want more and more from you. Either they gonna give you that ultimatum, or they gonna start trying to act like they can tell you what to do. It's almost like moving in a woman's house without being in a woman's house because they got so much invested in you. So the more they do for you, the more leverage they feel like they got over you. So remember that, guys, bro. I'm telling you, that's one of the downsides. You'll be like, oh, bro, you got a sugar mom, bro. It's all good. It's all good. It sounds good on the outside, but as long as it's going on, the stuff that happened behind the closed doors and all that, like adding all that up, it's not really worth it when it comes in the long term. I'm gonna put it like that for the long term. But like I say, it can last, and if it's something you want to do, something you want to do. But I'm not encouraging anybody to go after no man's wives or nothing like that. It's just like I'm saying, it's just the way it happened. It's the way the cards was dealt with me. I had a choice to say yes or no, and I jumped in. So it just is it was what it was. Even though I didn't know at first that she was married, but I knew she was dealing with somebody, but I didn't know it was that. I thought it was like doing the same stuff I was doing, like messing with other chicks while I'm talking to her, and she messed with other dudes. I didn't know it was like a committed relationship at the point in time. But even though when I knew it, I still kept going. So I was still aware of the situation at that point in time. So hope y'all guys learned something at least from that first experience right there. It was really crazy. And to go any further, like I was going after I had to leave her alone, I ended up getting a girlfriend when I was at the school, right? So she went so far as to contact my girlfriend. This I tell you, this shit was getting so crazy because, like I said, she had thousands and thousands of dollars invested in it. So you gotta understand. She felt like she had some type of power. She felt like, oh, I'm never going nowhere. I don't care who you with. She sent me a text message saying, I don't care who you with. I don't care who she is. You got a girlfriend. I don't care who Because I'm like, man, I'm not gonna sit there and act like I'm faithful to you and you got a husband and I can't get a girlfriend. Man, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I moved on. And she was like, I don't care who that is. I don't care about her and all this other stuff. Take this money. Here this money go. Here this money go. It get to the point where I don't even want to take the money no more because I knew what it came with at that point in time. It got to the point where it was like every time she gave me some money, it was like a deal with the devil. It was almost like I was signing a damn paper with Rumpelstiltskin. Every time. Every time she gave me $1, it felt like I was signing a contract with Rumpelstiltskin, bro. And you know how shady that little mother is. You hear me? So that's what it felt like every time. So she went as far as to text my girl to say that we were still messing around, which we wasn't. My girl at the time, she started getting mad at me, and she was in the corner crying and stuff like, "Oh, I did this for you, and I'm sorry." I'm looking like, man, I ain't mean to do. Cause I was texting her back and forth, but I still wanted to get some money, but I ain't want to. I ain't want to deal with her. So I was still entertaining her, but I wasn't doing nothing with her. But my girl took it as I was still messing around behind her back, and she was the type that she didn't got hurt before, and she didn't want to go through that again type deal. So she sent her a message because she ended up peeping that my girl had some type of insecurities, and the way that she was going back and forth with her because she texted my girl and my girl went off on her. So she basically saw her weakness. She sussed out. So what happened was she said some stuff along the lines of like, oh, we still dealing with each other, or we still doing this and we still doing that. So she was basically lying to my girl saying that we were still dealing with each other, trying to mess up the relationship because I wasn't with her. She don't really find a husband. She really there for a husband for status and for the money and stuff like that. So she had the status of being the preacher's wife and first lady, and she got the money because they married and stuff. You know how that goes. The incomes become conjoined and stuff like that. So she didn't really mess with her like that. So she had in her mind that just because she was with her husband and she go back home with her husband, and the fact that she not happy being with him and she's not sexually attracted to him, and no, I'm not doing that with my husband or nothing like that. She assumes that since she's in that mind state that I can't move on and that I need to be faithful to her, even though she's in a married, even though she's in a marriage. So she tried to make it seem like, oh, just because she wasn't happy where she was, that I need to be acting like I'm committed to her. I can't be acting like I'm a single man out here, but you get to go home and lay up with your husband every night. And I was like, I'm not having that. You see what I'm saying? So if you was gonna do that, you gotta leave him to do, But she was like, I can't do that. I got stuff. All right, then if you can't do that, then I can do this. So she got mad about that. So she was basically trying to sabotage my relationship, and it almost worked. It almost worked, bro. It took. Because the girl was good. She was a good girl. I didn't want to lose the girl, but the way she laid it on, it almost seemed thick. And with the text messages, I was trying to flatter her so I could, I still wanted the money, even though I didn't want to deal with her. So I flattered her a little bit, told her a little bit that she wanted to hear. My girl read the text messages, and it almost seemed convincing because everything looked like it's checking out. Everything looking like it's lining up. Like I got sent my report card, and the report card was a failure. I had F's on that mother. You see what I'm saying? So with those text threads. So it wasn't really convincing for me to say I wasn't really saying nothing because I was trying to entertain her, but I wasn't doing nothing with her. But it was hard to get that. It was hard to convey that point to my girl because she was already this, the lady that the chief preacher wife already cussed the ass out and all that kind of shit. So that was crazy right there. That was a crazy experience right there, dealing with her and then cutting off from time to time, bro. That was one of the hardest ones to cut off right there. So and that was the first story right there. So the second story right here. Remember I told you I had like this bad wing girl I was telling y'all about, the one I met, and she came in town, and I started having all these experiences, and the guys that I used to hang with, a couple of the guys I used to hang with would start hating on me because her friends was choosing on me but wasn't choosing on them, and they started acting out and all that shit. So um remember I told y'all about her sister. Her sister was infatuated with me when she first saw me, so she was already choosing on me. But the other homies, we were trying to talk to her, but she wasn't messing with them. She'll come over there and feel on me. And like I told you, she was one of the most handsiest women I've ever came across. So I'm talking about, bro, like she had some of the most bodacious lips I've ever seen in my life. I'm talking about lickety split. I'm talking about the ones that Kylie Jenner wish she could pump up to. She'd probably have to get a couple jobs done just to pump her lips up to the way hers is. But she had like inmate like she was born with them DSLs, no lie. But anyway, we was chilling, and we used to go and make out, and our thing is we used to go off and we used to make out and all that stuff because I love kissing on them lips. I ain't even lie. It was the craziest thing. She loved making out with me and feeling on me all the time. But I love kissing on those lips. Those lips was something else. And like yeah. But anyway, we used to go out and make out. We used to go drive like in parking lots, empty parking lots and shit like that. That was our thing. We had empty parking lots, maybe like a park or two or something like that. We'll go make out, and then we'll go back to the car and do our thing or whatever. So that was kind of like our relationship. She'll call me up, we'll do that, from time to time, stuff like that. So in this particular instance, my wing girl, she invited me. I was with my homeboy at the time. My homeboy, I'm gonna tell my homeboy, I'm gonna call him W, right? My homeboy W. I was with my ace boom coon. He'll know what I'm talking about. He know what I'm talking about. If he end up hearing this, he'll know what I'm talking about, and he can confirm this story too. But anyway, I was with my homeboy. I was like, what, true. We gonna slide on through. My wing girl said she was having like a little party or something like that. A little get together or whatever. We gonna play some spades. Have some drinks. Got some food, refreshments, and all that stuff. So okay, where she from? She from she from some place where they can cook at. I ain't finna even really specify where she from, but I'm gonna put it like this: they can cook, they can lay it down. And her mama was over there too, so I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. So me and my homeboy, we float over there, right? We pull up over there, boom, pulled up over there. First thing happened. The sister rushed out the door. The sister rushed right out the door, hugged me tight as hell, and lay a fat kiss on me. Like just gave me the biggest, fattest kiss ever. Like I'm like, okay, soon as I come out the door, she did it. She did it like real quick and like real discreet. It's almost like to the point where I couldn't even hug her back. She withdrew so quick. Like, okay, what's going on? So I had to go into the house. She did it way before my wing girl could see it. So the thing is, I don't even think she didn't even tell my wing girl. She ain't want that to happen. I think my wing girl knew that something was going on, but she ain't really question it. She the type that she just mind her business or whatever. She didn't really try to get into it. But even though I think her sister might have said something, but she probably wanted to keep this one on the low. So I didn't really know much about it, and I didn't really care to go much into it. So I was like, okay, I didn't even know she was even gonna be there. I didn't even know the sister was gonna be there. I'm thinking I'm finna go hang with my wing girl. She gonna bring some of her friends. We gonna run it like we usually do. She usually brings some of her friends over. I end up taking one of them, smashing them off. We got to the point, guys. So I was like, bro, I ain't even have to talk to women no more. It was at that point. Like she used to bring him over, and the introduction was already damn near made. We was always already in a personal space. Because remember, like the dancers, I told y'all, it's kind of hard to get in with them when you trying to go to the club because they ain't gonna see you as nothing but a customer. But when you get in an environment like this, they cool, they around their friends, they chilling, they relax. This is the time. That's the best time to get in on them because they don't see you as a customer. You just a person that's over there. You, as long as you ain't leading with your money, you good. You damn near on equal footing. And you already got the introduction going because you cool with one of her friends. So if her friend's already cool with you, you damn near got one foot in the door. Especially if she already like what she see in front of her. So I mean, I ain't a bad looking guy, and the success I had with the other friends already proves that. So anyway, I'm thinking it's gonna be one of them times. So sister over there. So it turns out it was this other dude that came back here. He was kind of bald. He came up, walked up, and her sister introduced me to him and said, "Oh, hey, they cause she was trying to. Oh, no. This what happened when we was at the door, right? And I was like, remember I told her she kissed me real fast and she withdrew before I can really hug her back. What she said was she went and said, "Oh, so I got a man in here. My boyfriend is here." So that was her way of telling me that her man was gonna be in there so she can make sure that nothing go down while we go in the house, like like the way we usually do. Because I could, we could be making little signs or whatever at each other. I could be, grabbing her from time to time, but she was trying to make sure that I was on my best behavior, pretty much like saying, like, we can't be doing this, because my man here, So she came here kiss to reassure you, like, I still fuck with you, but you just can't be doing all this right now because the situation at hand. So she was pretty much making that she was making that known before we got through the door. So that's when the sister came, and the sister was like, "Oh, just come on, man. That's Nate. We already know he ain't no. She know, but that's what made me feel like she probably ain't tell her about us." My wing girl, she was telling her sister that oh, don't worry about that, man. He good, man. He don't be starting nothing because she thought that her sister saw me as a shit starter and she didn't want nothing to go down, but really she was just trying to make sure that we didn't do any flirtatious type of stuff while her boyfriend was there and all that stuff. So that's basically what that was. So what happened was I ended up meeting the guy, I ended up shaking his hand, which is crazy in and of itself. I'm shaking his man hand, but I'm smashing this man girl and all this stuff. Bro. I'm like, oh man, God damn, like the last time was like a couple days ago type deal. So I'm like, damn. Remember, man, she didn't even tell me that she was gonna be there. The wing girl, she invited me. She didn't tell me her sister was gonna be there, but like I say, that's another reason why I felt like, she didn't know anyway. But I had met the guy. We chilling. We poured up some drinks. He bought some liquor. We chilling. I ain't bring shit because I ain't know. I just came over there to chill. And most likely, with my wing girl, when we hanging and stuff, she'll never ask me to bring nothing because stuff is already provided. Even though sometimes I might bring a bottle or two from time to time. So anyway, we ended up going to the spade table and we were trying to play teams. So my wing girl and she had a partner, but the boyfriend wanted the sister's boyfriend wanted to play, and I was like, the hell with it, I'll play. So that's one of the craziest experiences too. I ended up playing spades with the girl boyfriend that I'm already smashing. So with the girl that I'm smashing with her boyfriend. So I'm like, damn. And my dog was telling my dog W was saying, man, bro, you something else, man. You something else. You over here smashing this man, girl. You over here playing spades with this man, bro. You ain't shit. That's what he told me. He was like, you ain't shit. But I was like, man, it's just the way it happened. And like I told him, I was like, I don't owe that man no loyalty. I don't know him. Like I said, I didn't even know she even had a boyfriend. So it wasn't even that. But I mean, it is what it is. I ain't really care because I don't even owe him no loyalty anyway. So it ain't like he my homeboy. It ain't like I double cross him. Like I don't owe, like I say, I don't owe him no loyalty. I don't know him. It ain't like I did something grimy or nothing like that. That was going through my head at first. But even though when I look back on it now, I was like, that was kind of fucked up. But anyway, so here go the last story right here. It was this chick right here. She was a dancer type chick. And no, I didn't meet this girl through my wing girl. It was like another type of farm situation. I think it was like some type of repast at a funeral type deal. And we ended up meeting up and noticed she stayed close by one of my family members that I used to go around and hang around and play the game at and stuff. So I went over there for like a weekend and I ended up meeting up with her. So I was like, okay, dang, we chilling. She hadn't got some liquor. She was smoking weed, but I ain't like smoking weed like that. I was done off that. I was through with that shit. So we ended up getting it on in the house and all that. We know we going through it. I'm not talking about she took me up through there like she was extremely lustful. She was extremely attractive to me. So it was just off the bat like once everybody left because we had a couple homies that was over there and we were just chilling and hanging out. But once all of them left, she made me stay pretty much. So she was one of the demanding types, one of the types that I told y'all that she didn't really like my personality like that. They couldn't talk to me and be around me for that long, but she always wanted to smash. It kind of like sent me on my way. I almost felt like I was being used up at that point in time. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So, but anyway, we got done smashing, right? We chilling, we laid up in the bed, right? All you hear is a big ass knock at the door. Boom, 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 boom. I'm looking like, hold up, who the hell that is at the door? She holler. I'm talking about she holler up so hard, and she got the damn covers up. She raised the covers up so hard they almost hit the damn ceiling fan. So I'm looking like, damn, what the hell going on? By the time she ran up out the door, the damn covers laying back on my head. I'm looking like, okay, what the hell going on out here, man? She go to look through the peephole of the door. She rushed back and say, "Hurry up and go in the living room and pretend like you sleep." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" She, "Please pretend like you sleep. My baby daddy here, and I don't want no trouble. I don't want no, all that stuff right here." So she basically, I went on the couch, just so that's not to cause no trouble or whatever, whatever the hell. And I pretended I was asleep. So when she came through the door, he was like, "Who that nigga is right there?" He was like, "That's my cousin. That's my cousin. Don't be worried." But I told you that somebody was coming over here. My cousin was coming over here. So she basically already briefed him that her family member was gonna be over there, and I was just there to spend the night. But she already had and told him about the little shindig we was having. I told you like we went over there to hang out, had the liquor and all that, and everybody left, and she made me stay. So I'm guessing she already briefed him. So, cause he's a pop up, he one of them niggas. He like to pop up at the house when some shit going down. So he like to pop up at the house and like unannounced type shit. So that's why she went on and briefed them and said, "Oh, something was going on," so she'll have a good cover story for later. That's one thing about chicks, bro. They gonna be able. One thing about chicks, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. You dealing with them as an attractive man, bro. They always gonna have a way to cover their ass. One way or they always gonna have a way to cover their ass. If they doing something, for sure. And her and her baby daddy together, but they still deal with each other. Y'all know how that go. Y'all know how that go. They probably still be smashing from time to time or whatever. I ain't care. I was just there to smash and whatever. And it was just some cool stuff and shit looked good and that's what I was there for. I usually don't lay up. That was one of my things. I felt like I was like, you know what, maybe I ain't gonna lay up at a chick house. That was one thing too. And I was already kind of warned about the baby daddy, but like I said, I was playing with fire and I ain't care. So and nowhere in my mind I was thinking somebody was gonna pop up. But anyway, he get in there, and after he get past worrying about who I was, because the story is kind of added up. Like I say, she briefed him before before he got there, and he knew about the little shindig, and that she said she have a family coming over, so the story sounded believable. So he went on, he left, he get off of worrying about me, and he started talking to her or whatever. And they usually don't have a good relationship like that. They do, but it's all right. He was like, "What a kid at?" And, she already took over to her mama house to go and get babysitted. And they argue a little bit. I'm like, damn, they're arguing, bro. I'm over on the couch, like, laying up, like, man, when this nigga gonna leave, man? I'm getting tired of standing here. I'm uncomfortable. Like, I don't even want to turn over and act like I'm about to wake up or none of that shit, because I don't want to have to talk to this nigga and try. That's the last thing I wanted to do, was try to act like and put on a persona and try to go with the story and all that shit. Like, "Are you my cousin? I ain't feel like going through all that bullshit." So I laid down. I played damn that dead over. I'm talking about you would have thought I was a beanbag over there. I was laid down. I ain't turned over. I was uncomfortable as hell over there. You might say I was playing a dead body in a play. just laying over there. So after he done left, man, I'm looking like, man, and she's like, "Okay, the coast's clear." Cause I'm like, "You got me over here with the crazy ass shit." I'm over here cussing ass out, like, "Man, I ain't trying to be on that." But she's like, I'm sorry," and all that shit. That was like, man, all kind of shit could happen, right? But after all that calmed down, we went back and laid up, and we went and smashed again. So, man, but that's all I had to say, man. Bro, I'd have been through some crazy shit. I'd have been through a lot of crazy shit though, man. With chicks that found me really attractive, bro. I had a lot more crazy experiences, man. If you like this video, if you're enjoying the content, go and hit that like button, go and comment, go and subscribe, click that notification bell so you be notified whenever I drop a video, man. It's your boy Noto, man. I appreciate all y'all for staying here for this long, man. Make sure y'all comment, man. Make sure y'all like the video, engage, bro. Get your boy in the algorithm, man. I'm gonna be giving y'all boys some good sauce on this, man. But anyway, remember guys, anybody can improve themselves. They willing to work at it. I'm out.
I'm chillin', I really ain't worried about niggas. I promise I keep it a Kuna Matata. Even though niggas be looking and sounding like me, that boy Morris said I'm not the father. Swear I'm a dog, get vicious when I'm irritated. I might need a shock on my collar. Don't got a filter, just keep it straightforward. I play my position, Andre Iguodala. Ain't no exposing me, I get in D, hit a ovary. Don't even go down that road with me. And if a chicken obsessed, I don't need it. I want that Miss Parker with Professor Ogilvy. Bitch ain't no testing me, none of these bitches be stressing me. Capping like they got the best of me. But if she go off and get with another man, really she still gon' be thinking about sexing me. Done with these bitches, let's get to the paper. One piece of the pie, sell out on the merit. Chasing that money, Coyote Road Runner, ain't doing no talking, just like Tom and Jerry. Ain't no beef with no drama, it won't make no money to me, it's just unnecessary. But if I'm pushed, I'm gon' have to crash out on a nigga and then I'ma call up as Gary.